There are 7 specific phrases that if you incorporate into your communication that will help you speak like a confident leader. You might have heard some of these phrases already. They are easy but extremely effective and can immediately help you convey confidence and strength when you speak. If you're someone who's been held back at work because you don't sound confident enough, or you've been told that you don't sound like leadership material, then this video will be very helpful for you. And the first phrase is, "Here is my perspective." This is used when you want to share your opinion with others, particularly in meetings, because it makes people stop and listen to you because it sounds like you have something important to say. But unfortunately, the mistake a lot of people make here is when they go to share their opinion, they begin by saying something like, "Sorry, but can I just say something here?" The sorry in this phrase makes you appear that you don't feel you are worthy of sharing your opinion, that you think other people's opinion is better or more intelligent than yours, and that you need to ask permission to say what you think. But if you genuinely want to move up into leadership or into more senior roles, you have to stop being timid like this. You need to own your opinion. Be confident in your opinion and in yourself. And replacing sorry with "here's my perspective" will help you do that. Here are 2 ways you could use this phrase. Here's my perspective. I think the Q3 revenue was down because a lot of people have been struggling with the cost of living crisis. I'd like to chime in here and add my perspective. The cost of living crisis has put immense pressure on the household budget, and I think this has contributed to our Q3 revenue figures being down. Phrase number 2, I think it's worth noting that. This is used when contributing your thoughts in any group conversation. It's a softer, yet still a confident way to say what you think. It's helpful when you want to highlight to others in the group issues or benefits that you think people might have overlooked, and you want to highlight this to them so you can continue to discuss it. Let's say you're continuing your group meeting about the quarterly budget and profit figures. Others in the room have said that they think a price reduction would be the solution to getting more sales. You know that competitor X has already tried this and it didn't work. You want to remind your team of this, and you could jump in and say something like this. I think it's worth noting that our competitor Banana Inc. has already tried reducing their prices, but it didn't seem to help them get more sales. My perspective is we need to find another solution to this problem. Phrase number 3 is what you need to understand is. This is a phrase I've heard many people use in conversations with me, and every time I hear it, it makes me stop and listen to what the other person has to say. This phrase, what you need to understand is, has quite an authoritative tone to it, especially if you say it in a firm voice and you use the right body language, but it will absolutely help you to sound more confident and get the other person to listen to you. So if you're somebody who is interrupted a lot in conversations, then I encourage you to try using this phrase and see if it helps you to claim your talking space. This is how you would use this phrase. So look the other person in the eye. You need that direct eye contact to indicate to them that you have something important to say. Use confident body language. So this depends on whether you are sitting or whether you are standing. Either way, you want to sit upright or stand upright, and make sure you keep your head high as well. And when you go to use this phrase, you can use it by saying something like this. What you need to understand is that if we go for option B, this is going to cost our company between $10,000 to $20,000, and we're not even sure it's going to help us increase sales. So here I have used this phrase, plus I have shared the problem that I see with the idea that the other person shared. I know you're a regular viewer of this channel and an ambitious emerging leader, and you're probably willing to take steps for your career that others are not. So I want to let you know about a channel membership that I've opened up on YouTube. This will give you access to exclusive perks that non-members don't have access to. If you want to learn more, then check out the channel membership video, which you will find on my main YouTube channel page. Phrase number 4 is I will need this by. I will need this by is a confident phrase that you would use when you are delegating a task or when you're giving instruction to someone. Many people make the mistake when delegating of not giving a clear deadline. They will quite often just tell that other person what they want them to do, but they won't give them a time frame in which they expect that task to be done. This can be a major problem for you as an emerging leader, because if your subordinates don't complete their tasks on time, then you are the one responsible for explaining to your boss why those tasks weren't completed by the deadline. This reflects badly on you and it can damage your chances of being promoted in the future. So when you delegate or you ask someone to perform a task, a confident leader would say this: I need you to come up with 3 ideas on how we can increase sales over the next quarter, and I need these ideas by next Monday for our weekly team meeting. And just like that, you've increased your chances of being seen like a leader because you have given a clear deadline. Number 5, I think XYZ is a fantastic or terrible idea, and here's why. I love this one because it is strong, it is confident, and it helps people understand something really important: the why. Why you think an idea is good, why you think an idea is bad, what is your reasoning behind your position. Think about it. In the workplace, you're required to share your why quite a lot. During meetings, when someone shares an idea, does your boss ask everyone else in the room, everyone else in the group, what they think of that idea? In many cases, they probably do. And if you want to appear present and like you have something intelligent to contribute, then you need to find something else to say other than, that sounds like a good idea. You need to give your reasoning as to why you think that is a good idea or why you think it's a bad idea. And this is how you'd go about doing it. I think what Charlotte said about having free tasting sessions of our product in supermarkets is a fantastic idea. And here's why. First, people are more likely to buy our product if they can actually experience it themselves. And second, we're getting directly in front of people who can make the buying decisions. Sometimes when leaders are discussing how to manage an issue, they might have multiple ideas on how they can do that. And by using a phrase such as, there are X ways we can look at this issue, it's really helpful because it gives you the flexibility to add multiple options. That's what meetings are held for in many cases, for people to share different options and to then, as a group, decide on the best way to move forward. So in this type of situation, you have to appear to have something to contribute if you want to appear to be confident. And you also want to open up the option for other people to share their opinions as well. Here's how you could use this phrase. In terms of increasing our revenue, there are a number of ways we could look at this. So first, we could invest money into ads or to social media promotion. Second, we could conduct tasting sessions in supermarkets where our target market shops. Or third, we could have some kind of 2-for-1 promotion. And just like that, I have shared my ideas, but I've also opened up the opportunity for other people in the room to contribute their ideas and to respond to what I have said. I'm not sure, but I'll find out is a phrase that many leaders are afraid to use, especially if they want to appear confident and knowledgeable, because they don't want to give the impression that they don't know. They feel it's going to reflect badly on them, and they're afraid that their boss might regret hiring them. But in my opinion, making up an answer just to have something to say is a much riskier option, because in most cases, you'll probably be wrong. And giving the wrong answer or giving the wrong information to somebody as a leader can have a much more detrimental effect on your career. So I encourage you to get comfortable with the fact that you don't know everything, because that's the reality for many leaders. So when you're asked a question by your boss and your mind goes blank or you don't know the answer, simply respond with, I'm not sure, but I will find out. And then you can go off and delegate that task to someone else, or you can go out and find the resources or find that knowledge yourself so you can come back to your boss later on with an actual answer. Of course, you don't want to let your confident communication fall flat by using the wrong body language. You need both. You need confident communication and confident body language if you want complete confidence as a leader when you speak. So for your body language, I highly recommend you watch these 2 videos up here, which will help you address that issue. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one.